At this time, it is also my honor and privilege to introduce today's speaker, Congressman Don Bacon. He grew up on a farm in Illinois, earned his Bachelor of Political Science from Northern Illinois University, and then joined the U.S. Air Force. He served nearly 30 years, retiring as a brigadier general, earning 2 master's degrees from the University of Phoenix and the National War College. He is married to his high school sweetheart, Angie, and they have 4 children and 5 grandchildren. During his Air Force career, Congressman Bacon specialized in electronic warfare, intelligence, reconnaissance, and public affairs. His career included 5 command assignments along with 4 deployments in the Middle East, most notably during Operation Iraqi Freedom. His military decorations include the Air Force Distinguished Service Medal, 2 Bronze Stars, 2 Legion of Merits, and many others. He was named Europe's top Air Force Wing Commander and was a 3-time distinguished graduate from military training programs and schools. Following his retirement from the Air Force in 2014, Congressman Bacon served as a military advisor to Congressman Jeff Fortenberry and was an assistant professor at Bellevue University. He was elected to represent Nebraska's 2nd Congressional District in November of 2016 and currently serves on the House of Armed Services Committee and House Agricultural Committee. Let's welcome Congressman Don Bacon.
I sure appreciate that kind introduction. And in the words of Harry Carey, that Cubs announcer, holy cow. Look at this crowd. It tugs at my heart when I walked in and saw this and saw the big smiles of our graduates. Congratulations to the class of 2019. This is your day. Yes. We're here to honor this great group of students. We also want to congratulate the moms and dads, the grandparents, the brothers and sisters, the friends who are here. We also want to say thank you to the teachers who gave selflessly to make this day possible with each of our students. So let's hear for our teachers as well. Now, I don't take it for granted to be invited here today. You know, Congress is polling right now at 15% favorable status, so anytime you get invited to anything, it's a blessing. But I think I know why I was invited here today. I'm here to give hope to those students who are not an A student or a B student, because I was not one of those 2. So I'm here to give that hope on that. Also, I was thinking about this morning that I remember my graduation from 39 years ago. I remember a lot about it. One thing I don't remember, though, is who was the speaker or what he said. So I hope I could do better than that. But this is a tribute. We love Boys Town. Boys Town is such an incredible part of our city. When I think of Boys Town, I think of compassion, love, second chances, grace and mercy, giving to a community. We are so blessed in Omaha and in Nebraska to have Boys Town as part of our community. You make us better, and we thank you, Father Bays, for your leadership. To our graduates, many of you think this is the end of a journey. No, this is a beginning. This is page 1 of the chapter called Adulthood. You're going to be going out into the world, and it's a great world, and you're so well prepared to tackle your dreams and to make a difference. I'm excited for you. But this is day 1 of a great journey going forward, a great milestone that you have earned. What I want to do today is offer 5 quick pieces of advice. Advice that I've tried to live by, maybe more later in life. I would have been better off doing them earlier in life. And where I have failed, it tripped me up. So I'm going to offer advice that I'm trying to live by that I've had to learn the hard way as a 55-year-old guy here. First, every day you go out the door, don't forget your moral compass. Remember that there is right and wrong. Remember the 10 Commandments. Remember those things that you have learned. I have commanded 5 times. I'm in Congress now. I've seen such talented people forget their moral compass at times, and from that they lose their job, or they end up in jail, or they lose their family. When we live with a moral compass, and we know what's right and wrong, it keeps us safer, it keeps us stronger, it gives us a better chances for success. We don't use that word compass too much anymore because we've got GPS. But when you fly, you have a compass. And I flew for nearly 3 decades. When you sail, you have a compass. When you're in the wilderness, you use a compass because it tells you which way is the right direction. And when you're off course, you know it. Carry your compass so you know when you're going off course so you can correct to get back on. Secondly, I encourage you to aim high. Aim high with your, that's a good Air Force slogan, right? Aim high. Aim high with your goals. Aim high with your desires. I don't know what your plans are. Some of you may go into college, some may go to technical training, some of you may become policemen, firemen, nurses, teachers, whatever. God has put something special in your life to do. But whatever you do, aim to be the best. Aim to set your mark. On top of that, aim to be the best mom and dad, husband and wife, the best neighbor that you can be. You've got a chance to make a huge difference in this community, in our world, and I ask you to take that on. Third, I ask you not to forget about the golden rule. In our society today, we have too much hate, too much contempt. We have vitriol. We have people name-calling, shouting, and we have too much of that. We don't need more. We have all here have a chance to make a difference as individuals by living by the golden rule. Loving other people, treating others the way we want to be treated. You know what? Jesus in his ministry talked about the golden rule, about treating others the way you want to be treated. But at the end of his ministry, he even raised the bar higher. He says, love those like I have loved you. And if we remember, he gave his life for us. He set the bar as high as it can be for how to treat other people. If we use that as our role model, our world will be better. And you will enjoy your life more. Fourthly, this is what I've had to learn the hard way many times, is living a balanced life. I've seen so many people, to include myself at times, put all my eggs in one basket, my career. And when people do that, you'll find that your health deteriorates, your families will struggle, and so forth and so on. Your spiritual life will struggle. It's so important to have a 360-degree view of your life. Your professional life is just one slice of that. I ask you to always have a plan for your spiritual life. Have a plan for your family, how you can make it stronger and better. Have a plan for your physical fitness. Don't be that person that finds themselves at 55 that gained a pound every year from the time you were 18, right? You want to work on that now, right? Also, you want to grow intellectually. And I try to build a plan every year with those 5 slices in mind. And if you do that now, you will be so much better off a decade from now, 2 decades from now, or when you're 55 up here giving a speech yourself. Finally, I want to remind you that we live in the best country in the world. We have been blessed with freedoms that other countries have never had. We have the right of free speech, something we should all treasure. The right to exercise our faiths freely. The freedom of the press, and I go on and on. The rights to have fair trials, which we have all these judges here today. We are blessed. We have equality under the law. We have opportunities that people in other countries do not have. I've seen people come here with one suitcase from Vietnam, my adopted brother, and he retired as a millionaire. I've seen example after example. You can achieve your dreams in this country. We are blessed. But there's something we got to remember. Only 1 of 20 people on this planet have ever had freedom like we've had. You go through the history of mankind, only 1 in 20 have had freedom like we have. 5%. So what does that tell us? It tells us that freedom is precious. Freedom is rare. And we got to defend it. And it's not something we can just assume we have. We've been born with it. But people died to give us that freedom. 1.2 million people have given their life so that we could have the freedoms and the opportunities that we have today. Those people died in uniform. But we just can't assume that our kids, our children's children will have those same freedoms. We have to defend it. And this is how you can defend it best. And I ask this class to take this on as best you can. Be an active citizen. Know the issues. Vote. Be involved in the city council meetings, the county commissioner meetings. Be involved in the school boards. Run for Congress, but wait a few years if you would. Okay? But be involved. We need you involved because that's what's going to keep our country secure. So with that, let me close with a quote from Harriet Tubman. who, for those who may not recall, she was a slave born in the South prior to the Civil War. And she wanted freedom more than anything. In fact, she had a quote, "If I can't have freedom, then let me die. I want freedom." She escaped the South and went up to the North, but that wasn't just good enough for her. She earned her freedom. She wanted freedom for her friends and other slaves that had not been freed. So she took 13 trips to the South, clandestinely, having to hide. If she would have been captured, she would probably likely have been murdered. And she brought out hundreds of other slaves to freedom. She started that Underground Railroad. Think of the impact of the lives she had on not only hundreds of the folks she saved, but their families, which that means thousands of people. And she left a legacy that we can be proud of, a hero. Here's a quote from her. "Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars and to change the world." Graduates of 2019, God bless you as you reach for the stars and change the world.